Hey everyone, it's Kimmy. I am Mama on a Mission. I am a 15-year online reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, and I'm also a Whatnot live seller. And I'm going to do a quick ship with me video. Today, it is when I share with you guys exactly what's going out the door for me. I have a couple just nice solid items that I wanted to share, so this one will be a quick one, but I'm excited to share with you what is going out of my shop. It's 5 items. They're all on eBay, which is weird. And 4 out of the 5 items were promoted listings. And it's about $160 in sales, which is great for 5 items. Primarily, this cutesy little red thing back there was the highest priced one, and I will share that with you in a minute. So that definitely raised my ASP a little bit, but I'm pretty sure all of these were over $20 sales. So I think that's fantastic. So I thought I'd just pop on real quick and we can sit and chit chat a little bit, and I'll share with you what's going out of my closet. Is that okay? What do you guys think? I normally do very long ones, so I thought it'd be fun to just share with you 5 items. Let's start with this one. I feel like this is not the least exciting. It's still a really great sale. I'm sorry, little tropical shirt. I think you are great. The brand is Massini. Massini. Should I open this up so I can share? Oh, there it is. So $160 in sales in 24 hours. I just shipped yesterday quite a bit from over the weekend. Here it is. Now, this is not a brand I would pick, this is not a always pick type of brand. However, this was a men's large camp shirt, Hawaiian tropical travel resort cruise wear shirt. And I loved the print on it with the wood buttons. If there's a wood button on a tropical shirt, a lot of times it will encourage me to look at it a little bit deeper. I think that honestly, the wood buttons just gives it a little extra. This Massini tropical shirt sold for $21.24 plus shipping. So that's a solid bread and butter. I think anybody could find this brand out in the wild. Make sure it was a larger size. Even better if it was a better material and a great print. Right now, people are traveling. They're getting ready for their summer vacays. $21.24. And all of these are on eBay. Let's just double check. Did anything sell? Poshmark? Nope. Sold. Depop? Nope. And Mercari? I really don't even need to refresh that one, but no, there's nothing there. So 5 on eBay today, which is quite the change, right? From a couple months ago, this roller coaster is just always doing the things. Now eBay's back to doing well. Ever since I started that promoted listings, you guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. All right, 10 ounces going to Washington. Washington is a little bit further, $6.90 out to Washington. One of the most expensive states for me to ship to. Style-based, solid bread and butter, super awesome vintage piece that has a really fun story that I'm going to tell you. Got the sweetest message. When you get messages on eBay or on any platform and you're just not sure if you should even open them. I was set myself up. Okay, it'll be okay. You don't know if it's going to be a complaint or, a return request or, 97 questions. And you're just oh my gosh. I got a message and it was the sweetest message on the planet. So we'll get to that in a minute. And that was really fun. That's what really makes me enjoy this job, because the story, I can't wait to tell you. All right. Let's just do the solid bread and butter. J. Jill, find this all the time. In fact, my last bins haul, I passed on a lot. And now based on this sale, I'm should I have just grabbed it for a solid bread and butter? I think this sold because it is 100% Pima cotton. It's in great condition. And it's a newer tag because it has all of the information right on the tag. It's a Pima 3/4 sleeve scoop neck tee. Tells you all the things. I'm telling you, I passed on probably a dozen J. Jills. There was a whole bin of them. Just a nice, basic, casual, everyday J.Jill piece. Pima cotton is like the Cadillac of cottons. But this sold for $23.59. I mean, if I get it at the bins, I'll weigh this one right now. It's 7 ounces. So it would have cost me 75 cents, and this one just sold for $23.59. So now I'm like in a little bit of regret. I'm like, crap. Should I have picked up all those? I did pick up a couple, but I was very, very selective. Excellent condition, good material. $23.59, like I feel like that's a great sale. What are you guys doing with J.Jill? If you could get it at the bins for 75 cents and turn it for $23.59 plus shipping, would you do that? It's 8 ounces like total with packaging. Going to Arizona. And let's be real, J.Jill, some of these mature brands, Talbots, Chico's, they're expensive. Even these basics are $50, $60. If you get like a cardigan, I just found a J.Jill cardigan and it was like $100 brand new. So it has value. It's costly and the items last forever. So one of my favorite pair of leggings are J.Jill, and I've had them for like 7 years. And they still haven't split. You know what I mean? I can do anything in those things and they are still surviving this big old body. So that says a lot to me. Actually, I have 2 pairs. I found the one pair at the bins and I love them so much I searched out finding another pair. Of course, like secondhand. I think I bought them on eBay. There you have it. J.Jill, 75 cents to $23.56. Nothing really substantial about that besides it was in excellent condition and it's 100% Pima cotton. It was only a size medium. You know, I'm just here to share what's going on in my closet. Sometimes I don't even, you know, you just don't know. Here's a fun one. Vintage Y2K Tommy jeans. This brings me back. Tommy jeans, because we loved wearing these blazers, these like cotton stretchy blazers. 2 buttons, cute little pockets. You know, we'd put a couple cami tops underneath this and we'd rock them with our little booty shorts or a mini skirt, right? Oh yeah. Vintage Y2K Tommy jeans blazer, size large, preppy, grunge, and club wear. Oh, I'd wear this to the club, up in the club. Oh yeah. $22.16. Nifty sent an offer to a liker plus shipping. So all of these were over $20 sales, which is great. Meaning I like lived through Y2K. I am Y2K. I wore the things that were the little camis, the layered camis, the boots with the fur, you know, all the things. I'd still wear boots with the fur. Yep. I think I'm going to wear boots with the fur till I'm like a grandma. I love them. No lie. Might be I'm just always going to wear them. Oops. So it is exactly 1 pound for this blazer. Going to Colorado. It is $8.06 to get it out to Colorado. In my pretty polymalas. Love this one. I got a couple new ones here. Well, kind of similar. I rotate through a lot of florals in spring and summer. I have a blue floral. I have a pink floral. It just kind of depends. Just fits real nice right in there. All right, 2 more to go here. Just a real quick ship with me, show you what I got going out. Just solid sales. Figure why not jump on and hang out while I'm getting these out. All right, I loved this one. I couldn't believe I found this at the bins. I don't know why someone left it behind. My guess is one of the t-shirt bros or girls picked it up and then they decided they didn't want it, so they left it in a random bin. A lot of the youngins do that. They'll have a whole cart and then they'll go through it at the end and leave half of it in another bin. This is vintage. It's made in Mexico, poly and cotton, 80% cotton. Extra large. Look at this graphic. You guys, how stinking cute. With this little scene on it. Look, even the sleeve has a little, it's like a little farm scene, a little snowy, double-sided. This is everything to me. I love this stuff. Most of the time, the t-shirt bros and girls take this stuff. And I'm not always the first one to the bins. A lot of times I'm still in an old bin when they rotate to the next bin. So, you know, these are a lot of times taken. I don't always get dibs on them. But this is just darling. Vintage Art Unlimited Sportswear Sweatshirt. Size extra large, wraparound, double-sided graphic, farm barn. I love it. Country, retro. I don't know. Am I weird? I think this is amazing. And it sold for $27 plus shipping. I believe I had it listed for $35. And I don't know, it took like, let's say 5 months. I'd have to go into my Nifty to see when I originally, Nifty keeps track of all that for me. It'll tell me when I originally listed it, what my original price was, how many times we've relisted it, all those things. I love this sweatshirt though. I'd sell those all the time if I could. And then one more with the story. And I love a good, just a sweet story. You know, life sometimes is overwhelming. And you've seen that from me if, you know, through a lot of my videos. And, you know, I've gone through some things over the winter. And I struggle at times. I'm a normal human being. And honestly, lately, there's a lot of sadness around my life. We've lost a lot of people. I have an uncle who's going through cancer. Like I just lost someone to cancer. In fact, my son's, one of the baseball coaches at school, he died unexpectedly. He's 25. So, it's just really nice sometimes to get like these really like wholesome stories. I can't wait to tell you because they just make you like appreciate things and warm you up a little bit inside, and it just brings me so much happiness. Sorry guys. You can't help it. There's just been a lot of sadness, and when like this sweet little message comes along and you're like, oh my gosh, it was so wonderful. Let's get this out so I can tell you the story so I can stop crying and go away. That's what's about to happen. This is going out to North Carolina. This awesome double-sided farm sweatshirt. I need more giant ones because this was a sweatshirt, so I really need like more big-sized ones. $9.95 to North Carolina. And then we're going to share the story about this little number. Now, I did not share... Give me what? I did not share this item in one of my thrift hauls. I try to do the thrift hauls, but on occasion I just pull inventory from like what I'm processing, and I don't show you guys because I just need inventory to process. So you guys you haven't seen this, but I love this. I found 2 of these. They are vintage petticoats. The brand is Sam's. Look at that tag. Oh my gosh, look at that tag. It says size large, made in the USA, care on the other side. 100% nylon, hand wash. So let's pull up the message. I get a message and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And, you just never know what the message is going to be. And it just started off that, oh, I was just wondering if you would take $60 on this. Okay, let's share with you. This is a vintage multi-layer tiered petticoat with this lace trim. This is vintage. This is probably from the I'm gonna say 70s or 80s. What did I put an age in this? I just put vintage Sam's petticoat, line dancing, fluffy skirt, women's large, red, made in the USA. I believe when I was looking up solds, vintage Sam's petticoat, let's see if there's any other with dating on it. I thought they were like the 70s or the 80s, which would hold true from this story. And honestly, I got a pretty good price for mine. The solds are like right in this area. No one else has any dating on theirs. This person says 60s. Look at this luscious red skirt. Stretchy, very, very cute, puffy. Look at this thing. Woo! So the customer first asked if I would take $60. I listed high. I only listed this literally a month ago. It's been 30 days since this has been listed. I also have it in black. Large is a harder to find size, and this color, like the red and black, were less common. There was a lot of whites, neutrals. So a couple different factors made mine a little bit more valuable. So she said, "Oh, would you take $60?" And then the next message that came in, she said, "Oh, I really would love to get this for $60 for my best friend who turns 78 years old in the next month. She, as a kid, loved wearing these petticoats, and I think she will just absolutely love to have one again in her older age." And I thought, what? She said, "We've been best friends for 72 years. She said that they met when they were 6 years old. And it's her 78th birthday. And that she loved wearing these petticoats. And so it's going to be a gift for her bestie, who she's known for 7 decades. Isn't that the sweetest thing on the planet? For her 78th birthday. And that she knows it's going to bring her a ton of joy. I just thought that was so sweet. Can you imagine having a bestie for 72 years? How amazing is that? I think it's fantastic. So it was really a wholesome moment. It was very sweet. You know, I do think sometimes, you know, people love telling those stories, especially, you know, like older, as we get older, we like telling those stories. And obviously she's somewhere in the same age frame, and she really wanted to make sure I knew the importance of how much this item was going to mean to her bestie. And I just love that. I found this at the bins. It was only a couple dollars. It is pretty heavy. I'm going to get a box for it. Look how fluffy this thing is. But to know that she is that thoughtful, and that this is going to bring someone that much happiness is just, it's literally everything to me. Okay. We're going to see. This is the biggest plastic bag I have. That's not very big. I would love to put this in some kind of plastic bag, and I'm trying to think here what I can do. It's, you know, it's just very fluffy. Let me see if I can like de-fluff it, or like wrap it up like a burrito and get it in here. Oh yeah, she's good. Okay, it's just very fluffy. Perfect. There we go. I will put my business card in here. And now I'm rethinking the box I'm going to use. Hold on. Okay, so just remember, if you are reusing like Amazon boxes or anything like that, to make sure that you take off or write over any of this writing here. This box actually turned out to be a little bit, look how perfect it fits in there. Now I will put a piece of cardboard over this, or something stiff, because I don't want them to cut it open and rip the product. So I have cut up pieces of boxes before, and I just have them back in my shipping supplies. So I will just cut a little piece off of this and put it right on top. Easy peasy. So I cut a little piece just so it was on top, and then I'm just going to close it like this. I'm going to make a note first. What am I going to write? I'm going to say, I hope she has a great birthday. I have like little postcards I put in a lot of my orders, handwritten notes. I don't do it as much as I would like to, because I'm usually in a rush. But I just love this. So I'm going to just write a little quick note. Hope your friend has the best birthday ever. Love, Kimmy. Okay, away she goes. We'll tape her on top, we'll weigh it, and then it's out of here. Fun item. I feel, you know, I just love being able to have those moments. You know, I know that even like some plushie people, they say that they love selling plushies because they get a lot of messages that either one, they had that plushie as a kid and they're looking to start collect things from their childhood and, you know, make those memories, or their kid, their current child, lost their favorite plushie and they just happen to have it, you know, they're selling it. So it's just nice to have those moments. I'm just measuring this box because it's not a typical box from me. It is 1 pound, 11 ounces with the box, going to Colorado, and it's going to be $8.61. Now I don't know what these numbers are for. Always make sure you kind of get out those, and I'm going to put a fragile sticker on it. Just any extra stickers or any writing that any of the postal people or USPS people put on your stuff, you just really want to make sure that it's covered so that the shipment doesn't get confused, right? They don't see a different number or a different label. And oh, there's a Uline box. And I'll just plop this right on top, and then away we go. There we have it. 5 very solid orders, great items going out, and a little story on top of it all. I hope that this really brings them a lot of joy and good memories. Lord, geez, 78? I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to 78. My body's already falling apart. You know? Too many tacos for this girl. There you have it. That's it. Just a real quick ship with me, short one. Let me know. You know, I'm always kind of switching up my content and trying to show you guys good brands, like surprising sales, things I got going out. And that's it. I'm going to go take my pictures list and keep on with my day. I hope you guys are having a good one. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.